What's poppin', everybody? We got another video for you. Today, Lexie Hull and Caitlin Clark spoke with the WNBA media, the Indiana Fever media, and they spoke about what's going on. We are 3 days out or 4 days out now from, so it's Tuesday right now, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday from the home opener at 1 p.m., season opener at 1 p.m. versus the Dallas Wings. And Lexie Hull, who missed the entire preseason with a tight hamstring, was asked about that. And we're going to jump right on it. And of course, Caitlin Clark, who was seen wearing a leg sleeve, for which Stephanie White called it a fashion statement. She spoke with the media as well. And we're going to see what she had to say about whatever is going on. But before we do that, hit the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Like the video, hype the video, comment on the video, let me know your thoughts on the content. Of course, if you like what you see, and even if you don't, at the end, if you enjoy the thought-provoking conversation that I provide to you, hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Without further ado, let's jump in on the interview. We are doing first Lexie Hull, and then from there we will be doing Caitlin Clark. Let me find the video, and here it is. Let's see what Lexie had to say.
So excited. I mean, I think we're all just counting down the days. I know we have an off day tomorrow, so I think when we come back on Thursday, it's just there's going to be that buzz that there's a game right around the corner. So we're excited. We're getting ready for it. We already played Dallas once this year already, so another chance then will be great.
What are your excitement though? What is it about this team that gets you, fired up for what you guys can possibly do this year?
I mean, we have a healthy group right now. So I think last year, there was so much excitement around who we had, the new pieces we had, and we are only building on that this year. So to have, everyone back is really exciting. I think that's what gets us getting that much more amped, is because we have a really great group that we're excited about.
Lexie, how's the hamstring? And
Respectfully, Lexie, you just said you have a healthy group, but you haven't played. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to call it for what it is, but you haven't actually played. So how do you have a healthy group? Monique Billings is sitting on the sideline around with a sprained ankle. Aaliyah Boston missed 2 of the first 3 preseason games. Only played 10 minutes in the preseason. Ty Harris missed the first 2 games and only played like 12, 15 minutes in whatever in the game against Nigeria. So healthy group. I don't know that to be true, but okay.
Yep. We'll see how much I get to play, but definitely feel good. Feel ready to be back.
Is it just tightness, or can you describe it?
Yeah, just tightness. Yep.
So you have tightness still. You're gonna play. We don't know how much. We don't know if you're gonna play. You feel really good, but there's tightness. So I don't know how does one work with the other? I feel really good, but there's tightness. No, you can't possibly feel really good if there's tightness. That doesn't exactly make a lot of sense now, does it? But I mean, Gosh, I mean, man, I don't even know what it means. You told me you got tightness, and you're telling me that you feel really good. So you either feel really good or you got tightness. It can't be both. Like two things in this situation cannot be true.
Do you feel of unfinished business at all, or are you more excited just from the standpoint of we can see the real potential of this move?
I think like we've always said, we're chasing a championship. Falling short last year, I think that gives us extra motivation to really attack that this year. And with the group we have, I think everyone's mindset is a championship. That's either a championship or it's not successful for us as a season. So we're excited about that. Everyone has the same mindset heading into the season, and we'll just continue to build.
I'm sorry, Lexie. I'm sorry. I love your mindset. I'm gonna be real. I love your mindset. I wish your coach had that mindset. Stephanie White told us a couple of weeks ago that championship isn't the goal. It's the journey. The journey is what's most important. It's not the championship. It's not winning. It's the journey. So, yeah, I like your mindset, but your coach kind of has a different mindset. So, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being picky right here, folks. Y'all let me know in the comments. What do you think?
Is there a difference in like maybe preparation as in, like, you know, when you have training camp, it's more getting used to the system, but now that it's preparing for a game, is there differences in how you guys approach practices there?
Yeah, I think, the first couple of weeks, especially for rookies and new players who are learning the system, it's learning the fundamentals, learning what actions we like, learning the offense that we want to see, and then defensively being able to read off of each other and know like the concepts that are important to us, what we are willing to give away and what we're not willing to. So that first couple of weeks is definitely a lot of learning. Now we're preparing a lot more scout specific. So moving forward, it'll be a lot more of that, like scout specific actions that'll work in this game versus like overall as a system.
Just learn more from Lexie Hull in that one question that I learned from Stephanie White in 3 weeks. I'm sorry, a season in 3 weeks. I just learned more from Lexie Hull right there in that one specific question about this team than I learned from her coach in a year and 3 weeks.
Not being able to play in these preseason games, I feel like you got as much as you could out of camp and preseason without doing it.
Yeah, it's just, making sure my body's ready. Preseason games are important. I think that sets a foundation for us, build chemistry together. But at the end of the day, we want to be ready for the real ones. So that was the main focus.
You and Chelsea, those early days, what do you remember about the early days with the Fever and just her in particular kind of helping you along to obviously see the growth where you are today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's just such a light. And I think that's what's so special about her. Those first couple years definitely weren't easy, especially that first one I was here, just not winning a lot. And I think she just continued to show up every single day with a light, with a positive attitude. Like, as a rookie coming in, you don't know what to expect. And then when you're thrown into a fire of a lot of losses, it can be very easy to just like hate coming to your work every day. And I think she just showed up every single day being just the best type of pro you could ask for, the best type of leader you could ask for, just leading by example. And she continues to bring that every single day, even this season.
Do you think you influenced Caitlin's leg sleeve fashion?
We have a lot of leg sleeves around here these days. So I think everyone's liking the look. Thanks.
All right, so that's Lexie Hull. You heard what Lexie Hull had to say, more than Stephanie White ever does, but she is still dealing with a problem with her hamstring, tightness in her hamstring. She feels great, but yes, she has tightness in her hamstring, so she can't possibly feel great. She's injured. Let's just call it what it is. She's injured. She's dealing with an injury. It's an irritating injury, one that takes time to recover from, and everyone recovers from hamstring issues in different ways than others. So you really, I'll be real. She should not be on the court on Saturday if she's not 100% able to go. You shouldn't have to minute restrict her on Saturday if she's not able to go. Just sit her out. Don't play this same song again that you played last year where you're rushing players back who aren't ready to play. She hasn't gone in the preseason. She's not practicing at full go. So I don't know how you can consider playing her if she's not 100% able to go a full go. Minutes restrictions are ridiculous. You're professionals. You're professionals. So let's jump into what Caitlin Clark had in this particular press conference. Let's take a look.
Yeah, we have one here with the Fever, and then I have my own.
Oh, sorry. I'll put it back up.
Personal one as well. So, I think the mental preparation of the game is far more important, obviously, than the physical, especially when you're trying to compete on this level with.
I think she's talking about therapists. She has her own therapist, and the Fever have a therapist because we didn't hear the question. So I think it's about maybe they have therapists because that's been like the topic of the day in this particular press conference or even yesterday's interviews is that we're like this whole mental health kick is crazy.
Obviously the spotlight, the attention, it's game to game to game. You got to be able to turn the page, but I feel like that's such an important side of it. And honestly, that's something I've done since I've been in college. So just continuing to do that, I think it's a great outlet for me. And it's not obviously only basketball, but like your personal life too. I think a lot of people at times forget that like we're human, like we go through a lot of things too. And being able to have an outlet for that too is really important.
When did you get one? Or I guess what made you do it?
And at the time in college, we were working with one as a team, and then it kind of just came about where I started working with that person individually, and have since changed and found somebody that I've liked professionally too as well. So that's been a great relationship for me too.
Was that an emphasis in high school as well? Like, was that something that people talked about, kind of the mental side of the game and taking care of yourself?
Man, high school was a long time ago now. It was like 7 or 8 years. I had a really great high school coach. I wouldn't say that was probably like the number one focus. But like we didn't have a sports psychology coach in high school or anything. But I think my coach in high school always emphasized like the mental preparation of the game still. So like building those habits and, always checked in on us as people as well. So I feel like I've been really, blessed to be surrounded by people like coaches and people that really care about you as an individual before a basketball player.
I know this that time last year was not easy at all.
Yeah.
Now the moment is finally here.
Yeah.
You personally, inside, how are you feeling about this opportunity to be able to go out there and finally get a chance to play the real game?
Yeah, absolutely. Just really excited more than anything. And like even the preseason games were really fun for myself too. Like I treat those like real games. I treat those like they're the playoffs. And so just doing, the same preparation as I would for, game 1 that I'm going to do for game 29 that I'm going to do for the playoffs too. So I treat it all the same. And, I was talking about this with somebody the other day, but like opening day can feel so big and so daunting and like it means so much. And it does, don't get me wrong, but you can't blow it out of proportion. Like you want to prepare the exact same way. And it was kind of funny. I was kind of laughing. By the time you get to game, 40, we're probably all going to look back and not even remember who we played on opening night. So I think you just take it game by game. That's how you approach things. Obviously, this one is just as important as the next, but you remain focused on the one right in front of you.
How do you feel about the last 10 days of practice, getting you all prepared for the start of the season, where you guys might be at entering this point?
Yeah, I feel great. Yesterday was hard, which I think was really good for us. Obviously, we have a lot of areas to improve, especially during the Dallas game. You certainly saw that. Defensively, I think has been our focus the last day. I think it will be today too. Then have an off day Wednesday, and then more of the mental preparation, scout focus Thursday, Friday. But yeah, I think practice has been really good. Energy level has been great, so I can't complain about that.
You talk about team basketball, but for you personally, what do you hope to bring to the table for this team this year? Knowing how close you guys were last year.
Yeah, I think like just more than anything, leadership and experience. Like this is my 3rd year, and even though I wasn't out on the court last year a lot, you still learn on the sidelines. So I think that being somebody my teammates can really rely on, being a great communicator. Steph's like, always coaching me on that area. I want to be able to communicate with my team on the court exactly what she wants and what I think is best for the team. So just continuing to do that. I feel like I've done a good job of that, but once we get in the heat of battle, like sometimes that can get hard. So continuing to do that.
You talked about this before, but how have you learned to give yourself grace as you continue to navigate this life that you're living when you know that everything you do is going to be scrutinized to the nth degree?
Yeah, it's definitely easier said than done. And like, I think people forget at the end of the day, like I care more than all of you. Like I want to be the best. And, I'm always analyzing my play. I'm always, trying to find ways to be better. And so I think just that part of it. And, I can always say like allow myself grace, but you always have that fire and like that hunger inside of you to like always want to be better. And like you're a perfectionist and then you get irritated when it doesn't go your way. But at the same time, like, I think that's what like the great thing about the W is like, it's game to game to game. Like you're going to play 3 to 4 games a week and, you always have an opportunity to turn the page and move on to the next one. So just reminding myself of that. And then obviously reminding myself how lucky I am to just be out there and be playing.
I don't know what the next question is going to be, but I would hope that the next question, because she kind of alluded to something about, I care more about this than you do. And I would expect that. Of course she does. I would, if she didn't, I'd be very, very concerned. And I definitely believe that she is someone that cares more about this than pretty much anybody. Now, what I would love to see as a follow-up question was, So you want to get better and better and better. Is there anything specific that you've been working on this off season that you wanted to improve upon from your first 2 years? And that would have been the question that I would ask next as a follow up, because it's really easy to say you want to get better and better and better, but what are you doing specifically that will get you better? And this is something I talked about in the video I did yesterday about the evolution of her game. What are you specifically doing to get better? And there are things like what was the one thing that in this off season you wanted to improve upon, and how did you get there? How have you gotten there? And that's a question that I don't think will get asked, but that's what I would have asked, because that would have dug down a little bit deeper in her statement about, I want to get better. Obviously, I think she does. And I'm the one that said yesterday, I don't think she's realized the cap of her game yet. I don't believe she has. And I don't know if she'll find that in Indiana or not because of what's going on. But I also know that I haven't seen the evolution of her game that I was hoping to see. I know she didn't play a lot last year, but even in that, I didn't see the evolution of the game. I thought there was a regression. I really believe there was a regression. I know she was hurt, but I thought there was a regression regardless. So I would like to see what she has up in store. The mid-range jump shot. Will she take that shot more often? Will she post up? What specific things? Will she cut down on turnovers? Because that could be one thing that she says to herself, I've got to get better at this. So what does that mean for her? That means specifically, don't force passes. Don't make errant passes. Don't try to thread the needle every time. Don't try to throw a touchdown every time. It might be that in that specific situation, you make the easy pass. So those are the things that's what I would ask. Let's see what they have. Let's see what the next question is.
So you look from the corners one time in this preseason game, just your step was that your off-ball usage that happens.
Yeah, your guys' two favorite questions: what I wear to practice and me playing off-ball basketball.
I don't want to
Go
ask
ahead.
about specifically that part of the role. I want to ask how you've gotten better about it. You think since playing with Kelsey and all these years?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be predictable in what we do, and also like a lot of what we did last year when I wasn't playing, like AB brought the ball up a lot. She initiated a lot of the offense, and on a lot of the misses, I try to be a great defensive rebounder. I need to improve. That's something I didn't do too hot in the preseason games. But
okay, right there. So I want to be a better defensive rebounder. Okay, cool. That question's irritating the crap out of her. You can tell. But even in her response, it's a little bit. When I was injured, AB was dribbling the ball up the floor. Well, you're not injured now. I don't want AB dribbling the ball up the floor. Like, I don't want to see Aaliyah Boston dribbling the ball up the floor. And I don't think any Indiana Fever fan wants to see Aaliyah Boston dribbling the ball up the floor with you not being injured. You're here. You're playing. If you're playing, we know what we want to see. We don't want to see Aaliyah Boston dribbling the ball up the floor. We don't want to see her running the offense. Like, that's insane. And I know this question is irritating the crap out of her and what she's wearing or what have you, but let's continue.
like I want to get it, I want to go and I want to play. But dead balls, things like that, like it's difficult bringing the ball up 94 feet. But if my teammate is standing there not being guarded, why wouldn't I just pass them the ball? That's just an unselfish play to make.
Why not pass the ball and get a handoff? Why do we got to pass that teammate the ball who can't dribble realistically, and then not just run behind it and get the handoff? Why not have that teammate set a screen to separate you from that defensive player? Creates a potential fast break. I'm saying it's not fast break, but creates an odd situation in terms of who's guarding you after you get that screen. You're in open court. You're free. So yeah.
And then, when we get into things in the half court, I think like being a great screener, like that's an area that I can really, really, really improve in.
God, no, please don't have her be a screener. Like, that's the one thing I don't want to see. Because I'm going to tell you right now, exactly the way that I would deal with her as a screener, I'd put my freaking forearm through her throat. And that's what I would expect anybody else to do. I would expect anyone who gets screened by Caitlin Clark, especially if they see it, to put their forearm right into her freaking throat. And y'all tell me that's wrong, but that's what I would do. And that's what you should do. Make her not want to screen. Make her not want to. And I don't want her screening because that will get her get her hurt.
I haven't always been a good screener. So just trying to do that a little bit better. And, obviously the last game, it was fun to play with AB and like do some inverted action where I'm setting some stuff for her. Like, that's really difficult to guard. Like, what do you do in that scenario? Like, do you both go to AB? Like, do you stab? Do you switch? Like, that presents a mismatch problem for them. So just being creative.
I would never go to AB. Not her, not Caitlin. I'm talking about if I'm picking who to guard in a screen roll. I'm never if AB is if Caitlin is the one setting the screen, I'm never going to AB. I mean, I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna drop if I'm AB's defender. I'm just dropping off.
And experimenting, like you don't want to come into a game, and especially when we get into the playoffs and late in the season, they're going to know what we want to do. Like, you got to get creative and make it difficult. We can't do the same thing every single time down the floor. So I think that's the beautiful, beautiful thing about basketball. Like I always say, I'm not a creative person, but I think I'm creative on the basketball court. So just trying to do that the best I can.
There is Caitlin Clark. I mean, I said what I had to say. I don't think there's a whole lot. I don't think she likes that question too much anymore. She didn't talk about the leg sleeve, even though did she say compression? Yeah, she did say compression. I saw another thing where she said compression. Why would you need compression on your leg if your leg's okay? Again, it's another thing that doesn't make sense. You don't put compression sleeves on when you don't need compression. Like a lot of people put on those leg sleeves for fashion, but when you never wear one and then all of a sudden you're seen wearing one, it's a little bit different. I mean, maybe we're looking too deep into it, but that's typically what happens when you're covering teams. You look for any minute thing that could potentially be more than minute. But yeah, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video and subscribe to the channels. I appreciate y'all. Hype the video again. Thank you for watching. Once again, this is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, Indiana Fever Unfiltered. Come on now.